hopefully we spawn in a way that I can push into the underground. If not... Okay, we're going to try and get a shootable. Well, that didn't really go to plan, did it, people? But what it did do is go click, click. And what you guys could do to really help me out on this channel, guys, is go click, click down below. Click that like button. Click the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, leave a comment as well if you're enjoying these videos. If there's anything else you want to see up on the channel, maybe some guides and things like that, you guys let me know and I'll try and push out the content for you. This particular raid, though, people, honestly, it was just a madness. It's like just so many crazy things happening in this raid. As you'll have seen from the thumbnail, it was just absolute madness. I've tried to actually pick up the kill off spawn, which is one of the best ways, in my opinion, to get your shootables done on reserve. The spawns are terrible, similar to interchange. You can just pick people up pretty early. I actually ended up missing the shot because I had no bullets in the chamber, but we have reloaded and we are now being pushed by what was a 3-man, and it is now a 2-man. Down goes player 1. And this is something that has been spoken about recently over on the old Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. And we are talking about having TTV in your name. In my opinion, it has created some very, very good engagements. I've had a lot of people that are in my chat, even now, long-term subs, long-term followers that are in my chat due to me killing them and me having TTV in my name. So I would personally say for a smaller streamer, TTV is an absolute must because it will bring people to your stream. Yes, you may end up getting stream sniped, but it is what it is. A lot of the time, you'll get some good engagements from it. People will come over, they'll say hello, they'll say GGs or whatnot. And even if they don't say GGs initially, you may be able to turn them into a potential viewer. So I can hear another one of the team that has actually just ran underneath me. Somehow these guys don't actually know I'm up in this tower. So I'm guessing the first guy hasn't came to the stream just yet. I throw the nade out, and I get very fortunate that this actually ends up picking up a grenadier kill. And something I spoke about in one of my previous tips videos, when you've got quests that require you to get specific kills, check your tasks after you do something. So I've obviously thrown that nade. I'm going to bring up my task screen. I'm going to check my grenadier quest, and I actually ended up getting the grenadier kill. And I knew that I was on 5, I think it was. Pushes me up to 6. Perfect. But you'll hear me now. I actually end up chatting to this guy that's underneath me, and what ends up unraveling was pretty funny. And I'll explain it all in a minute. Excuse me, mate. Obviously I know that you're underneath me. What's the plan here? Do you just want to loot your guys' stuff and leave, or do you want to fight? No way. No way. Vining, if I'm alive because your teammate has blown himself up, I will drop all... Well, I'll probably drop all of your team's gear anyway. But there is no way I've survived this. No shot. So, I mean, that was pretty self-explanatory, guys. I've ended up in a fight with a 3-man. We head-tapped the first dude. I nade the second dude. And this third guy, after me getting alt F4'd, he actually blew himself up, and the guys came to the chat, explained that he blew himself up. It's a pretty funny situation. The guys were really chilled, and we were just chatting for a bit. But yeah, I end up somehow surviving the alt F4 when I'm literally stood up on a sniper tower with a guy underneath me. Just a pretty crazy situation. So obviously, I've now fast-forwarded the raid. We are underneath. We are now down in D2, fighting some raiders, fighting a PMC that was chilling in the corner. And this is another part of the raid that I found pretty cool. This guy ends up explaining that he actually had a quest to do. He just needed to extract. So we've gone from loading into a raid, trying to get shooter borns, trying to kill raiders, getting a shooter born, getting a grenadier kill. Guy blows himself up. And then this guy, we have a little chill, little chat, become friendly, become mates. And I allow him to go to his extract. Even though I did need some PMC kills as well, I actually end up kind of being a nice guy for once. And me and this guy become friends. I'll let this bit play out as well. But if you guys are enjoying the video, like I say, likes and comments would be much appreciated. If you don't enjoy these voiceovers, please let me know. And I can just allow the raids to play out as normal. But I enjoy kind of being a little bit more informative instead of just letting you guys watch the raids. If you do just like enjoying watching the raids, obviously come check out the Twitch stream. Twitch.tv/IMinimann. 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. UK time. That'd be much appreciated. I'll let this bit play out.
Better sweep your sectors.
Hey, buddy. Why did you shoot at me then?
Well, because you fucking came flying around the corner with the flashlight. I don't know what to expect from you.
Okay, why do you need to extract? Why do you need to extract?
Finishing a tap.
Okay, but you threw a nade at me and then you played really aggressive and that's quite scary.
Well, I was scared of you. I wasn't sure what you were gonna do, you know? I can't just trust you off the bat.
Okay. Go on then. You can leave. I'll go in the office. You can leave.
Very good, thank you.
Wait, I can't hear you, bro. Say that again.
I accidentally hit my stem, but I canceled it, so I don't know if you heard it, but...
No, it's all good, man. Right, I'm just in the office. I'll just let you pass.
Sounds good.
Right. Yeah. I'm just sitting here. I can't see you. So just run past and go to the extract, dude. Right, he's gone. So, I don't know why, guys. Watching this back, I sounded so grumpy in that, and I really don't understand why. The whole situation was just a little bit weird. I don't know why I sounded so grumpy. I'm not normally like that, but yeah, I do apologize for my past behavior, I guess. But I actually could hear this guy shooting down at the extract, so I kind of got the assumption that maybe the power wasn't on. So then I went through, I turned the power on to allow this guy to get out. So I was being a friendly miniman for once. But yeah, turns out the raiders have now spawned as well, I'm pretty sure. We ended up picking off a couple of raiders. This raid was one of them raids where everything seems to happen all in one. It was just pretty cool. So I ended up now fighting off some raiders. You'll see here, one of the most important things that I do every time I get into a gunfight, if we turn this into a little bit of a more tips and tricks video as well, is to drop your bag to allow you to move a little bit quicker, increase your movement speed, obviously your strafe speed, things like that. You don't want to be weighed down when you're trying to take these kind of fights. Throwing grenades, trying to get some information, some voice lines, trying to work out where people are and what's going on. And yeah, we end up just holding this angle on the door. I'm pretty sure I actually push up and go straight through and actually just fight them close range. The raiders are very different this wipe. The AI on the raiders and the rogues are all a little bit crazy. They play very, very aggressive. They will just fly around corners. And you don't want to get into those 50-50 exchanges against raiders. They will just mess you up. So you'll see here, I'm still trying to throw grenades, trying to get some information. Things like this, when they're close to doorways, it's normally quite good. If you throw a nade, they'll panic and they'll run into the nade. It doesn't quite work out this time.
Why are they not repositioning,
but
bro?
I actually mentioned to chat, why are they not repositioning? Because normally you would throw nades, they'll run around, and they just don't seem to be doing it as much this wipe. So they'll push you like crazy, but with grenades, they just don't react. It's been happening the same with the bosses as well, so maybe just pay attention to that if you're hunting bosses. They're not reacting to the nades quite as much. Maybe that is a subtle change from BSG to stop people farming bosses with the grenade spam. I'm not too sure. It's just something that I've observed. I am now doing this commentary, and I've got Kappa. I've killed all the bosses, killed the goons and stuff. That was in a previous video as well.
Yo, I see, what's up, bro?
But yeah, that's just an observation that I've made. I don't know about you guys. Again, leave comments down below if you've noticed anything different. But throwing the grenades in the past would get voice lines from bosses and raiders and rogues and scavs and things like that. Any kind of AI just didn't seem to be the case nowadays. I don't know whether BSG have done that on purpose. So you see there, we did actually just end up getting our quest completed for killing the raiders down in the bunker. This always seems to just be a pain for me. Every single wipe. It's only like 5 raiders, guys, and they just don't spawn. I just don't know what it is. I run down there. They're not there. I normally turn power on. They're not there. You'll see that we're actually down to like 8 minutes left on the timer. That was how crazy this raid was. As I say, everything happened. We had the click off spawn. Then we get a shooter born kill. Then we get a grenadier kill. Alt F4, the guy blows himself up. We kill some raiders. We let a guy go. It was just one of them cool raids, in my opinion. So we are now making our way towards the extract, and you'll all know D2 rats. You got to be careful. You got to see where you're going. All these doors are closed. We know that our guy that we let go earlier came this way, but we're still trying to be as careful as possible. People will hang around until the very end of the raid to pick up that free loot pinata that is making their way down towards D2. In my opinion, there needs to be more extracts on this map. Every extract on this map has a condition, which I don't like. Obviously, you've got the cliff descent, which is the red rebel and paracord, and you can't wear armor. Or you've got the armored train, which you have to wait right until the end of the raid. You've got D2, where you have to turn the power on and make your way down here. Yes, you can do this every single raid, but you get a lot of people camping down here. Then you've got hermetic, that you have to turn the power on, well, over the other side, and then the alarm goes off. People know that you've done it. They're going to be watching. You've got to make your way across the entire map to get the extract. You've got no bag. So all of these extracts that I'm naming, guys, they all require something to get out of this map, instead of just going to an extract like many other maps, which I just, personally, I think, add a couple of extras in, throw some other bits and bobs. It could be really good. They'll probably end up adding like a car extract at some point, I guess, but that'll just be another thing that you need money for or something. But we'll see what happens in the future with reserve. I think D2 has kind of ruined it from back in the day. It's kind of a cool area for obviously fighting some raiders and getting in some pretty cool PvP down here, getting some angles, cool fights and stuff, rotating and whatnot. But it just has kind of taken away from the upper areas of reserve overall. You'll see here, we are now dropping my bag. We are peeking the door, and with that door being shut, it is now panic stations. Because if there is a guy camping on this right-hand side, it's so hard to swing this corner. They will just beam you. And because I'm not able to run straight across into that other door, I'm in trouble. So you'll see here that I'm just kind of jiggle peeking. I'm showing a little bit of my body, see if I can get a pre-fire, get a shot taken at me. He ends up not shooting at me. It turns out there's no one there. I'm panicking over nothing, people. But it's always worth checking. I now grab my bag. We make our way down into the extract. And like I say, just turned out to be a pretty cool raid. So again, if you've enjoyed it and you don't want me rambling over these videos, please let me know. Leave comments down below, guys. That is so important for me and the growth of this channel. Leave the comments. That would be much appreciated. Like, sub, all of that good stuff. And come and check me out at the Twitch stream as well. That's where we're pushing for partner. We are really progressing with the stream. We are getting a bigger average viewership recently. And everything is just progressing nicely. 2024 has been a big year already for me. And it will continue to do so with your guys' support. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the video. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. This raid had everything. Literally, this raid had everything. Guys, if the stream freezes for whatever reason, just F5 reserve seems to break my PC for some weird reason. But that raid had everything. Literally, bolt action kills, alt F4s, guy grenaded himself. We let a friendly guy go. We killed all our raiders. We got our pest control done. That was a weird but amazing raid.